What's going on, guys? Tony Hannity's here from Lazy Tech TV, and today we're taking a look at another Kickstarter project called Infani. This is the smart baby monitor. Now, I've taken a look at a number of baby monitors for a myriad of reasons, but mainly because I have my own kids. They're a little bit grown. They probably don't need a baby monitor of this caliber or any, for being honest. But the reality is there's a ton of you out there that might be in the market for something like this. And although baby monitors in the past have really just been a camera, maybe with a two-way microphone and radio and speaker and things of that nature, this has a lot more behind it. The Infani has a really unique and modern design. One might say it looks like a lamp, and it does. In fact, the way that you put it together is very much of a lamp that you might buy from the likes of IKEA or even Target. And at the end of it, the camera itself kind of reminds me of something a little bit scary, this guy here, but the reality is it is actually a very powerful camera. You're looking at a Sony low light CMOS sensor. Resolution is 1280 by 960. Obviously, it can do daylight and low light, so when the lights are off, you're still going to be able to see your infant. It has a viewing angle of 102 degrees diagonally, 77 degrees horizontally, and 56 degrees vertically. It has an IR filter, integrated VATX video processor, integrated dual digital microphones, integrated high quality, integrate all the things. But the really interesting part about all this technology is the Doppler sensor. This is what sets it aside from all the other sensors out there. As a smart baby monitor, because of its sensor, it can actually tell the breathing pattern of your child. That is key, especially in times when they're much younger and they roll over onto their stomach. They might stop breathing, and there's no way for you to know if you're in the other room. First off, it'll show you a live video feed. The live video feed will stay recorded up to 7 days for free for the first year. After that, if you want to have free cloud recordings, you would have to pay, I believe, around $80 a year. But that's very inexpensive compared to some of the other monthly video subscriptions with other baby monitors that I've seen out there. And in addition to that, you have a little bit of a graph here. This graph kind of looks like an EKG graph, talking about the different heart rates and things of that nature. This actually corresponds to the sound that's in the room. And if it is calibrated properly to your baby's breathing, then it will alert you when there is no breathing whatsoever. It'll also alert you if the baby's moving around a little bit too much. Maybe you need to go back in there and swaddle him or her again. But the fact of the matter is, the nice thing about this is even when the application is completely shut off, in care mode, you'll still get notifications. And believe me, that notification alarm is very alarming. I will say there were some challenges putting it together, and I'm not very good at assembling things. I'll be the first person to admit that. And although it was fairly simple, there was one thing I did notice. There is this section up at the top here where the wire comes out of the tube and it's very exposed. And the first glance I thought, well, that's a little makeshifty. That's a little DIY-ish. But then I thought about it, and the cool thing about the whole setup is you can unscrew everything, and because it exposes that wire and it exposes the camera separate to the rest of the base, maybe if you wanted to, you could professionally mount the camera somewhere else that is on the wall instead of being placed in the center of the room right next to the crib. I don't know, that's really up to you, but at least kind of gives you that option. In the future, Infani is going to update the camera's firmware to include two-way intercom, a built-in lullaby mode, which kind of cool, and also cry detection. And at the moment, with the saved videos and things of that nature, it is kind of nice to be able to download those in case you need to bring it to your practitioner if you have a concern. Now, I do have it up in my daughter's room, and for the most part, I don't have to worry about her. But if your son or daughter, even in their older stages, might have some issues while they're sleeping, this is a fairly non-invasive way for you to be able to keep in touch with them. And with regard to security, they do say they have pen testing done on their security servers. They update their security certificates as often as they need to. And on the Wi-Fi side of it, they use the most secure Wi-Fi connections that is available to consumers. So if you guys have any other questions about Infani, make sure you check out the Kickstarter project right in the description below. If you have any questions that you want to direct to me, comments in the comment section below. Links, as always, are going to be in the description below, and I will talk to you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.